Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Rakatam, Bashim Kakadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostle, brimstone of the well. Spirit of Nashir, DC Camp, short lesson for the hopeful elect here. So we have new laws going into effect in the state of Virginia very soon. There's several laws, man. Several legislation that the the governor Spanberger signed, to have an impact on the journey of the people, man. It's just how it operates, man. Traffic, the commerce. They're doing everything they can to regulate commerce, and they're going to pass as many laws as they can to ensure that they maintain the status quo. They want to have the elites have more power over the people, so they will do whatever it takes to pass those legislation. All right. So when you read from the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so our people have fallen victim, ever since they also set foot on this land, the American continent, under the sword of Esau. You see exactly how Jakes became property to Esau, man. You see all the work that Jakes had to do on Esau's plantation, and when it was time for our people to be let go, what did he do? He came up with laws to entrap them again, to make them hired labor, convict leasing, so it's just the bitterness of this journey that you have to accept, man. The trauma of captivity, man. You have to live with it, man. You can't deny it. It's part of our identity. It's part of prophecy. You cannot ignore prophecy. Prophecy is part of our identity. It's part of our faith. You cannot go through this ministry without acknowledging the atrocities we've had to endure at the hands of our enemy, specifically Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called Amalekites, the like to claim themselves to be Jewish folks. Yeah, so we got to learn. We have to learn, to respect the Most High's course, that He's put before us, our path towards salvation, Mashiach Yahushai. Okay, so that's just what it is. So I played a clip.
A new Virginia law taking effect July 1st could change how some traffic violations are enforced. AI-powered cameras could soon cite drivers who run stop signs or fail to yield to pedestrians in school zones. Kariana Gamboa looks at how the technology works.
Starting July 1st, intersections like this might have an AI camera patrolling. Smart AI that can detect a wide variety of reckless behavior with a single camera.
The AI sort of serves both for detection as well as privacy. And I think, it probably runs a little counter to the typical AI narratives of like, oh my God, this is so scary. This is sort of an example of AI for good.
The new law gives local governments across Virginia an option to allow Obvio AI camera systems to issue citations to drivers. The solar-powered and transportable cameras can detect stop sign violations and drivers who fail to yield at crosswalks, and blur drivers' faces using AI. But the new system raises concerns for what the company will use the footage for. The company co-founder and president says to keep residents' privacy protected, all camera data will be automatically deleted and will not be sold or shared.
To folks who are kind of thinking more about privacy and privacy conscious, we're not putting these cameras up everywhere. These are only going to go in specific areas around school zones.
But hey, that data can also be stolen too. Just because you have a Wi-Fi connection doesn't mean somebody else is not scheming up that signal too. So whatever signal is going towards your router, another router can also pick it up. So that's just how it is. That's how exactly when you talk about screen mirroring, you also have that also for your Wi-Fi. So you could have as many computers as possible, seeing what you're doing, programmed, to display what you're doing. It's just like when you connect your TV to your cell phone. You connect your TV to your laptop with your HDMI cable. But then you have your so-called wireless HDMI capabilities too. It's called cloning. You could clone your device, and then whatever is going to your device can also go to other devices too. So that signal can always be poached, and then somebody else will collect it. As long as the signal is generated, you can also collect that signal. You could see how it is. You could see how it is. So whatever is going towards that network, you can also get that data too. It's that simple. So it's just how it is. Somebody has to generate the signal, and somebody else has to steal it. And that's how it is, man. That's the game. That's how ESO's intelligence community operates, man. That's why you have the NSA. They can collect all the network traffic data from your computer system, from your cell phone system, your browsing history, everything. That's why they store it in the data center. Everything. Your audio, your videos, and all that stuff. Texts, uh, your the pictures and all that. They have it. So it's nothing new. That's exactly how Esau is able to have a upper hand over the people. Yeah. So yeah, just be aware of what you're dealing with, and when that data is available to another party, that can also be altered. So the book of Proverbs chapter 13 and 14 says, "The law of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death." So Esau's system is nothing but death. That's why the scripture described him as death. I cannot be satisfied, man. You just keep on taking 24/7. Taking. That's what your data centers are all about, man. You just keep on taking. It's like the grave. You just takes. All right. So you have to be spiritually inclined to understand what you're dealing with, man. So a lot of people are just going to fall for the explanations, and then they think that all is well, that their data is being protected. That's data privacy. In this ministry, you learn that you don't longer have any privacy. When you preach the gospel of the Lord against the powers that be, the powers of the earth. So you can imagine if Esau is recording, our videos, he's maintaining data on us. Don't you think Moab will have access to the same data too? You know, don't you think those folks from Iran, they'll be looking at the same data? Yeah, so that's what happens, man. Whatever you upload on TikTok, you know, can also be seen by anyone who has your phone number in their chat or in their system. That's why, it's not recommended, you know, but that's my own personal opinion, that you use TikTok to be making lessons, you know, to be making lessons, man, because your number is linked to it. And when someone on the plantation has your number and they have a TikTok also, your account is going to pop up on their screen. It's not by accident. It's deliberate. You know, it's deliberate. That's just what happens. Just like the brother from the main camp, uh, Shamal Mart. You saw deliberately put his video up there of him playing chess. I saw the video. I didn't. I knew it was the brother, but I knew that, yeah, well, Esau's playing with the algorithm. He did it deliberately. That's what Esau does, man. So you have to understand how the algorithm works, man. You have to understand it. You have to understand what Esau is really trying to do. He's basically trying to help you help him. Wants to use you as his test subject to build his strategy of how to get you out of the way of righteousness. So that's why you have to understand these algorithms are programmed to be snares. You have to learn, to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove when you're dealing with Esau's technology. Yeah, because Esau's upset that he's losing his grip on the minds of the people. So he has to find other methods to consolidate power. All right. So Proverbs 14 and 27 says that the fear of the Lord is the fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. All right. So when you fear the Lord, that's what is going to draw you closer to life. That's what makes you a living sacrifice. Holding on to your fear in the Lord, so you don't become a zombie. Don't become in the congregation of the dead. It's been a while. It's been a while. So it's been a while. Proverbs 21 and 16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So you have to deal with the Most High's wisdom, to be able to counter every tactic of Esau, man. So I'll play some more of the video.
They're only going to be operational and giving out citations in the specific school zone hours.
Saying transparency is a priority.
We are very different than the LLMs and ChatGPTs out there. We're very different than the flock safeties out there.
Now, Obvio tells me that the first 30 days are only warnings, no citations, adding the program is designed to change behavior, not generate revenue. Kariana Gamboa, 13 News Now.
An elegant touch for an everyday meal. Vanity Fair napkins. Elevate every day.
Yep. So that's a challenge. You have to act.
A new Virginia law taking.
Yeah, that's what you have to deal with, man. One person says for safety, but then you have the hidden hand behind the curtain. to wave his wand, and that's it. So yeah, just be aware, man. Be aware of Esau's plans, man. Be aware of his devices. Yeah, be aware, man, of his snares. Yeah, that's just how it is, man. So wherever you go, he's got it. He's got the record of it. He's got your cell phone data location, all that stuff. He's got video, he's got audio, he's got location, all that stuff, man. So yeah, he's got financial transactions, he's got communication. He's just gonna keep on gathering. So that just shows you, man, he wants to be like the Most High, you know. And yeah, that's what he wants to. That's his ultimate goal. He wants to be like the Most High. But at the end of the day, the Most High will have to depose him from that power seat, man. So that's about it. Don't get bent out of shape, man. When you see the rolling out of all this technology, just know that your redemption draweth nigh. Okay, these things must take place. That's why when you read the precept again from Matthew chapter 24 and 35, it says, Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. So that's what you have to hold on to, man. The assurances from the Lord of Mashiach Yahushai, because it takes a lot of patience, man, to endure, the sight and the scene, of Esau building up his system of snares, man. His trap system, just like they used to trap all those animals to trade. Yeah, they're gonna be trapping Jake's whereabouts, man. That's how the elites want the system. They want to know exactly what is going on in their system at any point in time. It's like going to the store. You can always track the sales of the objects that have been taken off the shelves. You know exactly what's been delivered. You know exactly what's expired. You know exactly what you need to put on sale. You know what prices to increase and all that stuff. So that was the point of this lesson. Be circumspect. Shalom.